Good morning, Vijay. Let me welcome you to this class on Power BI, and I hope that the concepts which were laid out previously is clear. And I'll lay out the agenda for the day as of now, which includes an important concept when it is asked for the interview. That is Power BI workspace roles. All right, workspace. That is C here, CE. Okay, workspace roles. Next, we have got Power BI. That is, in Power BI, we have got Power BI data refresh. All right, Power BI data refresh. And I wanted to ask you that is this concept of Q&A visual cleared in one of our classes in visualization? Is it cleared?
No, actually, we didn't do Q&A. We
Q&A.
just did.
Okay. Okay, no problem. I'll do that. And have we did custom visualization?
Custom visualization. Yeah, how to download from the extensions and then plug it
Yes,
in. Yes.
I think this is done. Okay. So only the
Okay.
part which is left out in
Q&A.
reporting is Q&A visual. Okay. So I'll show
Okay.
you a few more things like data refresh workspace roles, and you can also practice it meanwhile and use this. And we will have some interview questions when I'll be asking you a quick interview questions. You just have to go through it and learn it, and we will see how to get data from a CSV files. Okay. Next, web service like the online service. Okay, and I have taught
I
you.
think that's what we did, right? We you opened the SQL server and showed me how to do it,
Yeah. See, that is
and then,
Excel is done. I'll tell you, Excel is done. SQL is done. Okay,
then
so
one
we
more
are talking
num.
now about CSV and web server.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So you will get
Okay.
data from CSV files today and web service. Okay, we'll do that
Okay.
right now. As of now, what I'll do, I will just open my Power BI service right now, and we will talk about the first one, which is roles in Power BI workspace. Okay, so this is the Power BI service that we have got, and we have created workspaces. Okay, so these are the workspaces that are created, and once when I see a similar workspace like this, a new workspace, what I'll be doing here is I'll be having an option to go for managing the access. Okay. Now, I want to see workspace roles which I can collaborate with colleagues and create dashboards, reports, and other related articles which are there. And I want to see that different roles in Power BI workspace which is there. Okay. So what you can do here is you can have workspaces which allow assigning roles to individuals, security groups, and you should be aware of the Microsoft 365 groups as well. All right. Now, everyone in the user group will have the highest level of permission to the lowest level of permission. For example, you're working in a team of 10, right? So you have team lead, you have senior software Power developer, Power BI developer, and you have Power BI developer and interns. Okay. Now, these are
Mhm.
the workspace roles, what I was highlighting here, Vijay. See here, I'll just expand the table. See, these are the different workspace roles. The highest role is admin, and the lowest
Mhm.
role is viewer. Okay. So in the interview, they will ask you what are the different roles in Power BI workspace. And for example, it might be a scenario based question as well, where you will get a Power BI developer needs to update and delete the workspace. What is the Power BI workspace role given to him? Okay. So your answer should be
Admin.
admin, right? So there is not much to explain here. You can just create a scenario based
Mhm.
questions on that. Okay. See here.
Mhm.
All right. So you can just subscribe to other reports. See which role will
Mhm.
not give you subscribing to other reports. Okay. So it is viewer.
Mhm.
All right. So who
Mhm.
has which roles is not having publish and unpublish. Okay. Fine. So which role is not having publish and unpublish? So that would be two roles. That is contributor
Contribute.
and viewer access.
Viewer.
Okay, so I'll share this link to you. It's not much of a like point to be explained here. So you can just see different roles are there here. Now, how to assign these roles? As I told you that you need to be having a
Admin.
like work account,
Admin.
and the same
Mm-hmm.
work account you can just share it here. Okay, see, I'm just sharing right now. See, we can have multiple
Mm-hmm.
admins. See, I'll just share one more thing here. I think it's not, yeah, so I think I just have to add it. Okay, so add it, and you will be having members, admin,
Mm-hmm.
contributor, and you have got the viewer access as well. Now we can have multiple admins. Okay, there is no point that you cannot have multiple admins. All right, so you can
Mm-hmm.
add multiple admins. See here, I've added two admins at the point here. See, I
Mm-hmm.
have a domain name which is same. Okay, so
Okay.
what happens here is you can manage the access with the different like people that are added. Now
Mm-hmm.
groups. See, for example,
So
it might be
any admin can do it. Any admin has the permission to add, assign this thing.
yes, admin has the highest rights. Now Geetananda can
Mm-hmm.
also add people to people or groups.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay, but there are multiple admins. Okay,
yeah. See here,
that
I
will be
can just
multiple.
make him member as well.
Okay.
Okay, so once I make him admin, I have he also has access to make me a member or contributor or
Mm-hmm.
remove it, or
Mm-hmm.
he can also add a few members. Okay,
Okay.
that's the point what I wanted to highlight in roles in Power
Mm-hmm.
BI workspace. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just go through this, bookmark it in your window.
Okay.
I've shared it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, talking about the next topic here, we are talking about product and pricing comparison. Okay, so every month you have an update in product and pricing comparison when you see Power BI workspace. Now, we are working in a free environment right now, which I have created and we are using because there
Mm-hmm.
is no credit card required, and we can see that it is upgraded to Power BI Pro and Power BI Service. I mean, the Pro version and the premium version that we have, and we can use the reports and dashboards. Now, when you come to the next one, which is Power BI Pro per user, Power BI Premium per user, and you have got Premium per capacity as well. Okay, clear with the point that see we have got Premium per capacity as well. Now, this is the fabric because it involves cloud-based one. I'm not going to go in depth on that, but remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So we also want to use fabric capacity. You will go for the highest license, which is in the cloud, pay as you go.
Mm-hmm. Multiple solutions.
Okay. See, if you are working in a cloud environment, you have to use a fabric capacity and get it. All right. So it's mentioned in dollars at the moment right now. And my point
Mm-hmm.
here is what I wanted to show you when we are starting it, because we are going to go for the refreshes. See here, refreshes
Mm-hmm.
in the sense the refresh rate that we have here, which is for Power BI Pro, Power BI Premium, Premium per capacity. Now, this is what we are
Mm-hmm.
using here, which is 8 refreshes per day. Okay. So this is
Mm-hmm.
the Power BI Pro account that I'm using. And we have a memory size
Mm-hmm.
limit of 1 GB. So I can hold only 1 GB of data in all the
Mm-hmm.
workspaces data sets that we have created so far. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm talking about data refresh here, it is more or less like 8 refreshes per day. Okay. Now,
Mm-hmm.
there are like points here which I wanted to highlight. Just, share my screen. Okay, I'll just
Mm-hmm.
the PPT here. These PPTs are already shared. Download it and keep it
Yes.
so that
Yes.
things will be quite easy for you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm talking about data sets which are published in the organization, we want to see who needs access. Now, the access level and the managing of access, we have already discussed in detail about the workspace rules. Okay, so we have
Mm-hmm.
already discussed about the workspace rules, which has admin, member, contributor,
Contribute to
and
viewer.
viewer. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
that's more about the workspace rules. Now, when I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
the refreshes here, we are talking about the data sets. Okay, we are talking
Mm-hmm.
about the data sets, right? Now it is changed as semantic model because Fabric is also included there. So we are talking about
Mhm.
data refreshes which can be done easily and we can use it. All right. So one thing is fine here when we are talking about data refresh, we have a few types of data refreshes here. All right. So what we are going to
Mhm.
do here is we are going to see a refreshing of data which can be done, and we can have the underlying data set which is changed instantly. Okay, which is changed instantly. All right. So that's what we are going to
Mhm.
do here when we are talking about data refresh in Power BI, where we can import the data and we can have three types of refreshes. One, which is a instant refresh. Okay.
Mhm.
So when I'm talking about instant refresh, that is what I have mentioned. That is 8
Eight
refreshes
refreshes.
per day. And the second one, what
Mhm.
we are talking here is a
Mhm.
scheduled refresh. All right.
Okay.
So we are talking about scheduled refresh. Now the name itself is quite clear, and I'll show you the preview feature of it. And the next one is
Mhm.
incremental refresh. All right.
Okay. Every time
Incremental
something
refresh.
increases, then it's reflect or something like that. No.
I'll just let you know so that you can
Okay.
look over the contents later. So these are the three
Okay.
types of refreshes that are done. All right. Now,
Mhm.
instant refresh we already seen in the licensing part. So it entirely depends on
Mhm.
the Power BI licensing part. All right. So that's what we are talking here, and we'll be looking over that point now. So when we are talking in services, the Power BI service licensing part plays a major role. All right, and I believe that
Mhm.
whichever the company that you are, so you need to be clear about the licensing part just before moving on to or jumping onto any Power BI project that is allotted to you. All right. Now,
Mhm.
when we see a bridge, when you're moving from point A to point B over a bridge like Aura Bridge or like Zuari Bridge or something like that, so you will be
Mhm.
able to see you have a connection from point A to point B, and you have a water source that's moving up, right? So in
Mhm.
the same way, when we want to use a data set which is underlying in our system or user machine, what we do here is we go for say like OneDrive services, which is already there. So every file that I'm using right now in my system is connected to OneDrive, like in my company. And I want to see that this is the cloud part. Okay, cloud in the sense the internet connection. So how do I make a connection to the cloud part and the system here? That is possible with the help of including a like a bridge sort of an approach that we call it as
Mhm.
gateway. Okay, so gateway.
Okay.
Now, where is it installed? It is installed on the premises of our machine. That's why it is called as a
On
on-premises
premise.
data gateway. Okay, so that is
Mhm.
why we call it as a on-premises data gateway, where we are going to connect it, and then we are going to see the data sources which are there, and we are going to use it in cloud services such as Power BI and Microsoft Azure services, and you have a
Mhm.
communication or you have a data flow from one point to the other point. All right, so
Okay.
that's what we are going to do here in case of data
Mhm.
refresh. See here, getting my point.
Mhm.
This figure is
Okay.
quite self explanatory.
Extremely.
So this is more
Mhm.
or less like a data refresh in Power BI. See, this is the cloud environment. All right. So
Mhm.
the cloud
Server
environment will be
somewhere.
having a few users. All right.
Mhm.
So we are talking about Microsoft Azure Cloud. That's what
Mhm.
we deal here. So and this is
Mhm.
also a pay as you go scheme, which means that
Okay.
you have certain time limit. Okay. So for
Mhm.
45 minutes, you will be charged some $75. All right. So
Okay.
that's how you are going to use the cloud environment, and the company will be charged for it. Okay. So you
Mhm.
will be having a data gateway connection that is to and the fro. Most of the times we use the
Mhm.
on-prem data source and connect it to the organization cloud account, and we just have
Mhm.
the data refresh. All right. So I'll
Mhm.
show you right away here what it is all about. Let me move on to Power BI service here. See here, we have got the Power BI service. Just clear all the drawings. Yes. So this is the Power BI service here. Let me go to a workspace. And in the workspace, I already see that we have got the instant refresh. That is refresh now. And then we have got scheduled refresh. See. Once I open the scheduled refresh, we have got the semantic model description. And
Mhm.
one thing is clear that we have got the gateway and the cloud connection. See, you have to use a on-prem or VNet data gateway to see that you have a data gateway connection that is established. All right. So next option
Mhm.
that we have here is the refresh option. See, this is the refresh option that we have. So once the data gateway is activated, only when the data gateway, I repeat again, only when the data gateway is activated, you will be able to see a data refresh schedule to import data
Mhm.
from the data source into the semantic model. So you just have to slide this on. And you have a
Okay.
daily frequency, which is daily, weekly, quarterly, or biannually or annually would be there, and time zones. And you will be having adding a time. Okay.
Mhm.
So you'll be having adding a time and you can click on apply. That's all. See, there is nothing much that you can do here in scheduled refresh. Okay.
Mhm.
Clear with the point? This is the
Okay.
scheduled refresh.
Mhm.
Clear? Any doubts
Mm.
here? This is the scheduled
Mm.
refresh,
Got
what
it.
I was highlighting here. Okay.
But all paid services.
Yeah, see, on-prem data gateway, you have to install it and you have to use it. Now, there are two types of on-prem data gateway. Okay, all right. So one is the organization mode, and the second one is the
Mhm.
which one? Which is a personal mode. All right. So
Mhm.
when we use in an
Mhm.
organization, we have the organization mode where we can see multiple on-prem data gateway sources. Okay. So multiple
Mhm.
users can use it to connect it. And in the
Mhm.
personal mode, you will be having only one user to connect to the data source. All right. So
Mhm.
as of now, see this situation, it is quite relevant to the organization mode that you can use
Mhm.
in case if you have created a report in your organizational email ID, you go for
Mhm.
the organizational mode of data gateway. That is the on-prem data gateway. Next, we have got
Mhm.
the personal mode. If you are using it, you will be installed in your system. Okay, so it will be installed in your
Mhm.
system, whatever that you are doing, and you are the only one in your organization that you can use it. All right. So that is one
Okay.
thing what I wanted to highlight. So I'll be just sharing you the link of this one. You can just go through it. All right.
Mhm.
So this was the concept when I wanted to talk about data refresh. Like we
Okay.
have considered the point related to data refresh. See, these are importing it multiple times. You can use it. See, got
Mhm.
it. So these are the data refresh options in Power BI. Okay, clear with the point.
Yeah.
See, anyhow, I'll just share the link to the data refresh as well, so that you can
Mhm.
use it. Just bookmark these links because these links are
Definitely. Yeah.
quite important. You can use it. All right. So hopefully that's clear, right? About the data
Mm.
refresh and roles in Power BI service, a product and the
Yeah.
pricing comparison. I think
Yeah.
you can just use that and get to know about it. All right. So next,
Mhm.
what
Mhm.
we have got here is let's move on to Power BI workspace. I mean, sorry, the a desktop version
That's
of it. What I'll be doing here is I'll be just using getting data. Okay. So I'll be getting data. What I'll do here is I'll just go for say internet. Okay, I'll just go for internet and let me just download the Nifty website. I have a CSV file that I can download at the moment, and the Nifty plus 50 shares. I'll just download it as a CSV file so that just using it. Yes, CSV file. Okay, so we have got comma separated values that we can use it, and we can directly go for the text or the CSV format that we have. All right. So I'll just open a CSV format. Now, once I'm getting the data from the CSV format here, what happens is you have the automatic detection of the delimiter.
Mhm.
See, we have got comma, which was a delimiter in the
Mhm.
CSV file, and
Promise.
it is automatically detected, and you can
Mhm.
go for the entire data set. Okay. So it's a small data set what I'm showing you here for the get
Mhm.
CSV file, which is the
Mhm.
comma separated value. Okay, so this is the one
Mhm.
that I'll be using, and we can go for load or transform the data and we can use it.
Mhm.
All right,
Okay.
so that's what we can do in the CSV file. You don't
CSV.
have to
Mm.
uh, like go for any such things. The comma would be there. just use a comma. All right,
Mhm.
you can just use it and see. All right, so I've used the custom and comma. That can also be done, but I'll be
Mhm.
having a comma directly in the
Mhm.
of like delimiter. Okay, so any
Okay.
CSV file you can just use it and transform the data. Clear the point?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So next, what I'll be doing here is I'll be going for a Wikipedia page right now. I'll be showing you how it would be, which is related to Wiki Indian World Cup. Okay. 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 I want to see that few data analysis that I can perform.
Sorry, give me 1 second. 1 second, please. Someone's at the door. 1 second. Sorry, yeah.
Okay. Fine. So
Mhm.
this is a simple page that I'm in right now. All right. So which is related to Wikipedia. So what I can do here is I have a get data option from getting a data from the website. Okay. So getting data
Mhm.
from the website is also an option that I can use, and I can use it as a basic URL, and I can click on connect. So once I'm connecting it to the website here, it will generally ask you like basic authentication windows and those things if you're connecting it for the first time. You just have to click on basic. Okay, so I've already connected it, so that's why it is directly establishing a connection to the website. So when you're connecting it for the first time, you will have a basic option, and you can click on connect directly. Okay, so
Mhm.
what I'll be doing here is I'll just help you out in the first connection, so that you can manage yours later. So use the URL
Mhm.
what I've shared right
Mhm.
now. Okay,
Okay.
and you are getting
Have
some
a
options.
URL.
Yes. All right. So what happens here is we have got a few things here. One is in HTML. So you know HTML, it is used for a front-end developer, like a simple
Web
language.
services.
Even
Mhm.
class 8, class 7 students are learning at the point
Mhm.
when we talk about web development. So the next
Mhm.
version is HTML5 and CSS3. Okay. So HTML,
Mhm.
which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, is used to code for front-end development. Okay. So
Mhm.
when we see a website, you have got all those fancy things, and also we have got a text and everything, right? Now, if you take
Mhm.
out like more or less like a skeleton part of a website, so the
Mhm.
background coding part, what stays is the HTML.
Mhm.
Okay. So HTML, we
Yeah.
have got paragraphs, lines, whatnot. So images and everything. All right. So one such thing,
Mhm.
what we consider when we are seeing it as a table in Power BI thing is it is taken as a HTML tables. Okay. So whatever
Mhm.
that you see in the website here, okay, whatever that you see in the website, okay, okay. So I'll show you directly here. See, these are the HTML tables. Now we have got the table
Mhm.
view, and we have also got the web view. See, we have also got the web view. All right. So I'll
Mhm.
just show you one of the table here, which is the FIFA World Cup.
Mhm.
See, this is the FIFA World Cup here, and we have got the organizing body. See, this is the first table, what it is shown to you. You'll get the entire web page, not a problem at all. You will get the entire web page here. See,
Mhm.
and once you see the table view, this is the table view that we have got. Okay, so we can click on transform data, or see here. There might be tables which are not named at all. Okay, so there might be
Mhm.
tables which are not named at all. So we call it as table 26, 25. See, you can see the
Mhm.
point that table 30 is also there. Okay, see, this is not having
Mhm.
any name. All right. Now, if
Mhm.
I just have to check here, there will be few tables which are named. All right. See,
Mhm. Got it.
getting my point
Mhm.
here.
Mhm. There will be so many tables on the web pages.
Yes. See, it's structuring a web page, right? So when we are structuring a web
Mm-hmm.
page, you will be seeing all the different tables at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See here, table 4
Mm-hmm.
is the golden ball. Who was awarded golden ball? Who was awarded golden boot? Everything is there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can just use transform data as well, and we can transform the data in the Power Query editor. Okay. So I'll be just asking you a simple Power Query question at the moment. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
answer. But then we can
Mm-hmm.
move on to the Q&A visualization. This is also a part of the interview. So
Mm-hmm.
once you have this table 4, all right, table
Mm-hmm.
4 is there, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
I want, okay, let me just see whether, yes. So in the World Cup, what I want here is, I want year and the organizing country, which is there. I want
Mm-hmm.
it to be in two separate columns. How will I do it?
Okay. This thing. Try call or you go to columns, add columns,
Okay,
settings,
add column.
then second. Duplicate column. First, we'll duplicate the column and then select year and place the year out all separately. Date and time is there. They
Just
can select year.
think over, Vijay. It's a simple one.
Mhm.
It's a simple, quite simple.
I thought we can select the years separately, right? When we go, if you duplicate years,
See, I told you to separate the year and the
year,
organizing country.
country. Yeah,
Clear with my point?
yeah.
It's very simple.
Mm,
Okay. See here.
split
What is that?
column.
I'll just give you a hint as well. Just look into it. Anyhow, you get. See, whenever we ask you a question, don't jump into the answers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Think and then answer.
One is a number and one is a text. Is it? Both are text.
1930 space Uruguay.
Oh, it's a delimiter space you take, and you can separate.
All right. See,
Mm-hmm.
so click on this split column by
By
delimiter.
delimiter. Yeah.
Getting my point?
Okay.
See what
I was
happened?
approaching that other approach where you told you can separate only years. No, you told duplicate a column, take
Yeah.
out the
See,
year. I
at
thought
the
it was
point, what I need here, I want
yes, yes.
the point
Only years and the thing separated. Okay.
here.
Name year and
Let's change it as
column name. Country.
organizing country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fine. So let's not worry about other columns at the moment. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
organizing countries.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Clear with the
Mm-hmm.
point?
Yeah.
So you can just do this.
Mm-hmm. Remove everything else. Okay.
Yes, we can click on close and apply.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See here. Now we have got one more visualization which deals with, say, a Q&A. Okay. See,
Mm-hmm.
what is this Q&A? This is again a AI based visual. All right. So once
Mm-hmm.
I click on Q&A, it is preparing a Q&A for the data which is already there in the like point here. All right. See,
Okay.
now it is showing
Mm-hmm.
all the suggestions. Now if I click on this, so sort organizing countries by year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sort organizing countries by year. So what happens here if I click on an existing one? See, it is showing you all the related countries. Now it's
Information.
giving you a bad result as of now. I'll just turn this one into a result, and it is showing you that this year is taking a summarization. but we don't want to have a summarization here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, it's showing the sum of the year. All right. I'll just remove this and I'll add the summarization over the point. Okay. So and
Mm-hmm.
on the x-axis. Okay. Let me add on the x-axis, which is there as the year. Okay. So it's taking the count of the year now. Okay. Again, it's
Mm-hmm.
taking the count of the year. All right. So it's taking the count of the year. All right. So how many countries see here in the country like country of two and all. So if I just
Mm-hmm.
click here and like I can just say like count this thing or anything. So what I can do here is let me just come here and show you that this is the year
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to summarize it. Okay. So I can also sort it by the organizing country. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorted by the organizing country and I can change the visualization to either a column one. See here. I've got how many countries have organized the World Cup twice. See,
Twice. Okay.
you can
Got it.
the
Yeah.
count of.
Maximum limit is two, so only twice is the maximum thing. So everything is once.
Yeah. So there's
Got
one more
it.
thing what you can do in the Q&A visual where we can
Mm-hmm.
train them. Okay. See where we can train them
Yeah.
as well. All right. So what I'll be doing here is I'll be just removing the visual. I'll add a Q&A visual. And at the
Mm-hmm.
point where we see we have got say setting options here. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
in the setting options, what we can do, we can add synonyms, the organizing country. We can add organizing
Mm-hmm.
nation as well. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have got include it in the Q&A visual. So we can sign in. See here, we can also sign in and we can use it. The entire
Mm-hmm.
organization will be able to use it. So this one, I'll just restrict it to only my point here. See, YR short forms are also there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
short forms are also there. So this is the table, and these are the columns. Getting my point here?
Okay.
These are the table level, and this is the column level. So we can teach
Mm-hmm.
the Q&A. Okay. See, a count of
Mm-hmm.
organizing countries. Okay, or organizing nation.
Nations. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'll just give that. See, 22 countries have been right.
Okay.
Next,
Distinct.
yeah. So we can see everything that is there, and I can just add
Mm-hmm.
a few things over here as well. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So count of organizing countries. So because I don't only have things, yeah, I'll just save it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, if anyone wants to create a report quickly, I'll just tell them to double click on the workspace. I mean the canvas here. That will also open Q&A. See, you can quickly get whatever that we have highlighted, and it is turned into a standard result with the help of a visual. Okay, so overall, there are 22 countries at the moment. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
have taken the count, but I have not taken the distinct count. So in that case,
Mm-hmm.
there is a drop down here. Okay, there is a drop down. So you can just use it as a measure and you can write it. So, or also we can just use the count, simple count. So it is like Brazil is counted twice or like Italy is counted twice. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
in that way, you can have a simple count. Now we can also turn it into a distinct count. Just before thinking the standard result, you can turn it into a distinct count and you can get the data. Okay. Clear with the point here,
Yeah.
right? So this was related to the Q&A visual. All right.
We should.
So I'll just show you one more simple thing. Okay. So the x-axis and the y-axis. Got it. All right. So this one we'll be turning it like this. And what happens here is selecting it. Now using the shift button. See here. Using the shift button, you can just select it. Hold the shift button and select the countries which are only showing two values. Like
Cool.
twice they have organized it, right? So what I can do here is I can group the data, or I can
Okay.
include the data, or
Mm-hmm.
I can summarize it, or clear the selections. Or what I
Mm-hmm.
can do here is if I click on group data here, so I'll be having a grouping operation that is being performed on countries, which is see here in countries, they're showing. All right. So this is
Mm-hmm.
one way of dealing things with respect to the options here, which are there. All right. See,
Okay.
you have got the groups option.
Mm-hmm.
See here. Now you can see over the other countries 10. So you can take 10 by 12. You can just create a percentage options. Clear? So that's how
Repeated
we
countries and
group
other.
the data. Yeah. So grouping is done there. Clear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got the point here? Okay. So this
Yes.
was
Mm-hmm.
all about Power BI. Yes, there is a lot more to learn, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully the session was quite good. And can I have a
Uh-huh.
quick feedback on the training sessions?
Oh, it was quite good, detailed. So and easy to understand. The recordings really helped a lot because there's a lot to remember, right? So every time I forget something or after I get stuck on something, I just open that window, this thing video, look at the video, and then repeat it again. And then it'll
Okay,
work out.
sure. So do complete your project today, which is there, and
Mhm.
hopefully, if there is any query, we can connect tomorrow, and
Definitely.
we can deal it. Okay, fine then.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Vijay. So use it
Yeah.
to the proper extent possible because learning should never stop.
True. Okay.
All right
Okay.
then. So that's really great to hear. Use Power BI, and you have got recent
Mm-hmm.
update in December. Just update
Yeah.
it from your
Exactly.
PC. Go for an update of your PC,